Welcome to another live. Great public speakers are able to captivate their audiences from the get-go. They take every speaking opportunity as a moment where they are increasing their authority in the market space, business opportunities, generating more income and speaking events for themselves. So whether you are presenting in boardrooms or live on international stages, being able to captivate people from the get-go is an incredibly important skill that you have to learn if you're going to be a speaker. Now, unfortunately, I want to say I wish it was less, but about 95 to 99% of my clients, when they first come to me with a presentation that they're working on, the structure looks the same each and every time. And every time I look at it and I think to myself, where do we learn this? And the only thing I can think of, we learn it at school, potentially at university. It's what everybody else does. So we follow the same structure. Structuring your intro correctly is the way to get people engaged, listening, and actually give them a stake. Why should they even care to listen? Now, most people, as I mentioned, make this one big flawed mistake. They start their presentation usually with a slide deck, and it will say the title, the subject on what it is they are going to talk about. Then they go into either the company, why the company is important, what the company has achieved, any new media the company's been exposed to, and then they'll talk about themselves. Why am I important? Why you should listen to me? Or they'll flip it, talk about themselves first and then the company. And only after they've done that do they start talking about the topic. Type in the comments. How many of you have started a presentation like that? Be honest. And my guess is you've clicked on this video because you felt like you're losing your audience from the get-go. Even if you're in a small boardroom or you've got 200, 1,000 people, 2,000 sitting in front of you. It's because it's human nature. The very first thing we think about is, what is in it for me? Why should I care to listen to you? Telling me how important you think you are doesn't actually sway me in whether or not I feel like I should listen to you. In fact, 7 seconds is all it takes for us to make a first impression. Most of the time, in those 7 seconds, we haven't even opened our mouth. We haven't even begun speaking. And so if you start your presentation with the topic, what you're going to talk about, who you are, why you're important, why people should listen to you, it immediately turns them off. Now, I see this a lot, and I want to give you some examples. Think about if you are, some of my clients are in the medical field, right? So let's talk about you're speaking at a big medical conference. Everybody there has a medical degree. Everybody there is incredibly smart to even be in the room. If I start by telling you how important I am without giving you the benefits and the knowledge that I have can help you, well, why would you want to listen to me? In fact, in many cases, ego kicks in, and I think, well, you're smart. Guess what? I'm smart too. Why should I listen to you? This is very true in the entrepreneurial space as well. It's very competitive. Lots of talented people all jostling for position. So it's like, oh, you think you're important. And you create this kind of adversarial relationship. Now, given the size of your audience, not everyone will be an adversary with you. It's certain personality types. But if you work in those fields that are sought after, highly educated, a lot of people work really, really hard, you do know those egos. And I'm sure you can immediately think of times where that has happened to you, where people challenge you. because they haven't bought in that you're an expert, that you know more than them because you've just told them instead of shown them. Lay out the benefits. So if you think of at the very beginning of this video, I spoke to you about the benefits of being a great public speaker. That's what you get when you follow my videos. By the way, my name is Megan. I have 15 years of international public speaking experience. I primarily work with executives and experts in those fields, working and speaking at large international conferences, often English being a second language, and you need to communicate across different cultural and language barriers. So if that sounds like something that resonates with you, please like the channel. While I've been doing this for 15 years, the channel is new. I've decided to just do a series of lives. Of course, this is a live skill. So I thought, why spend the time editing, rather just give true and honest feedback. So that's one way. If you're talking about how can we structure this correctly, okay, it's very simple. You can still have your slide deck exactly the same. You just change the way you speak about it. So in that opening slide that usually has the topic, start talking about the benefits to your audience. It shows that you understand them. If I hear the benefits before you even start talking about the topic, I've got a stake in the game. It gives me an incentive to listen because I want the benefits. Human nature, we always think, what's in it for me? So start with that. Then you can talk about the company, please, briefly, yourself, briefly. In fact, expert tip here, if you want to talk about yourself, it's a better way to do it is to integrate your experience into your presentation. So instead of giving a monologue that sounds like you're reading your resume, which is just so common, please, if you've got a presentation coming up and you're doing that, take it out immediately. Think about where you can use an example that showcases one of the experience items of your resume that you would normally say in the beginning, and then go further down and say, well, when I was working at X place, this is what we experienced. This is what I learned. And then you share it that way. It just gives people small doses of your experience as opposed to a hard hitting, I'm important, and we want to avoid that. Want to come from a service perspective. So you might be wondering, well, why would I tell people the benefits? Because I say it at the end. All right. So typical structure goes, what the topic is, who we are, company, individual, and then I get into the background. Also, again, kind of boring. People got different contexts, and then into the problem, and then into my solution, and then I kind of give the benefits at the end. It's a very linear way of storytelling. You hear this all the time in public speaking, training videos, storytelling, storytelling. If you're not natural at telling stories, you can work on your structure to change the story. So structures are things we can plan ahead of time, right? So you're going to start with the benefits, and then you're going to end with the benefits. My next video, my next live will be on how to end strong, to capitalize with clear call to actions, make sure that you're remembered for the right reasons, and leaving people feeling like you're somebody of authority and who they want to work with to generate more business. So here's the key: if people remember the beginning and the end of a presentation, they very rarely remember all the details in the middle. And so when building any presentation, you should have one clear, clean takeaway. Maybe a secondary, depending on how complex the topic is, but you really want to have these driving home messages that are very clear and concise and are easy to act upon. People remember how you made them feel. So when it comes to structuring your intro, if you've got that upcoming presentation, get away from the what and the who we are and the background and go into, why does my audience care? What do the execs in the boardroom need to know? What's important to them? If it's a sales meeting, What's important to the client or a partnership meeting? What's important to the company I want to partner with? Speak those words first so that they have emotional stake in listening to you and what you have to offer, your knowledge, your experience, your expertise. That will pave the way for you to have an incredible presentation so that you're not left at the end going, well, I thought I gave a good presentation. I got a round of applause, but nothing happened. No new opportunities to speak, no new business opportunities, no new ventures. If you start off poorly and frankly, boring and like everybody else, it's an uphill battle to win that audience over and to win the clients over or the executives over, whoever you need to sway to come onto your side. So if you're looking for tips and advice on how to persuade with influence when public speaking, to move business forward, to let your ideas really be taken seriously in the workplace, and you're working in a large international environment where you're needing to communicate in English, I'm your coach, Megan, the executive public speaking coach. As I say, I've been doing this for 15 years. So if you'd like to work with me, check out the link in the description where you can apply to be one of my clients. And I look forward to talking to you then. Join me in the next video where we'll be talking about how to end your presentation strong.